Hey guys, Jim from Cybertronic Studios here, and within the Transformers fandom, there is a name of which very few speak. It is heard in secret whispers. A name of trembling toy terror that makes even the most loyal fanboys slightly cringe. Yes, indeed. Today I'm going to be reviewing what I consider one of my favorite characters from my childhood because I grew up with the Unicron trilogy, and this was one of the main kid-friendly characters, or the Kid Connect characters, at least in Armada, and that is HOTSHOT. Yes, I have all three of the original Deluxe Class HOTSHOTs from the Unicron trilogy. I don't have like the Cybertron Defense version or any of the repaints, but these are the three original and I'll be reviewing them for you today. Now keep in mind that these are incomplete because these are ones that I've collected throughout my childhood. They're missing weapons, missiles, minicons, etc. So let's get started. And shall we start from the beginning with Armada HOTSHOT? This guy is a real nostalgia blow to me, as this guy is one of the main reasons I got into Transformers. My brother got one of these, and that made me want to get one because I was jealous of my brother. And so I got a Transformer, and that started the entire collecting craze. This car mode is, I mean, it looks pretty nice, but the shade of yellow, which in this lighting you can't really pick out that well, is only almost a good shade of yellow. To the eyes, it seems almost annoying, but not quite there, which, to others, this yellow seems annoying, but to me it seems almost there, but not quite good either. I love the blue sparkle there on the windows. Unfortunate that they didn't do the back window, though. And visible head. Some decent paint apps, though. You get the front headlights and the red lights down there. You get the grille. You get where the engine block would plug in. You get the sparkly paint on the windows. You even get some of the top of the roof. Unfortunately, the Autobot symbol is blotched out, but you get taillights and a bumper and painted wheels. Decent amount of paint apps on this guy, especially when you compare him to some of today's more econ-friendly Deluxe Class Transformers. Now, there is a battle mode to this, which would require the engine block that you plug into the front, but I don't have that, so we're going to use the magic of fingers. And there you go. That's it. Car with saws coming out the front, which is kind of ridiculous, but hey. Anyway, let's transform this guy. And here's bot mode. Transformation was very simple, but just enough to where it wasn't quite boring. And here he is. And this toy is considered one of the worst of the Armada line, and I can see why. I'm wearing the nostalgia glasses, so I don't hate this figure, but I can kind of see where they're coming from. First off, with age, this guy has gotten some loose, ball-jointed legs, which I might have to fix. And he's a very limited figure. And the arms only move in and out. The elbows can move forward and rotate, but when they rotate, they look disjointed and unnatural. Paint apps wise, it's not bad on paint apps. You get some extra detail on the legs and on the feet. Just not really a playable guy, is he? Apparently the Takara version, the original version of this guy that came out in Japan, had electronics in it, but Hasbro scrapped those. That's the reason why the arms are so limited, is because there would be a little LED in the fist, and it would light up a sword, but unfortunately he does neither come with the sword or light. So, hindered by a gimmick that it doesn't have. That's not really a good wrap. Weapon-wise, he came with that little engine brake that you kind of plug into his hand, but And there's another weapon that comes with his Power Links mode. I don't have the original Jolt here, but I do have the Cybertron version of Jolt, which is not the same mold, but hey, it's a mini helicopter and it'll do the trick. Power Links mode, you just take the little butt plug there and plug in your minicon, push it upwards, and there comes out a cannon. A missile would fire out of there too, but I don't have the missile. Yeah, that's also what hinders the middle body. But all in all, not that great of a figure, but it tickles my nostalgia spot, so I'm kind of happy to have him. Next up, Energon HOTSHOT. Yes, this car mode is no better than the last. In fact, I'd say it's actually pretty worse. The yellow is better and there's some clear headlights, but a lot less paintwork, at least decorative paintwork. You kind of get pseudo taillights back there and the bumper is kind of painted. But other than that, the only real paint detail is minimal, and the rest of the paint goes to the windows up here, which are just clear plastic that have been painted on. And the car design looks kind of disproportionate and weird to me. Nifty detail is that you lift up the hood, and you can kind of see an engine block with the Autobot decal. That's an interesting touch, but overall, for not, I don't really like this car mode. Let's get him transformed. And here's bot mode. Not worse than Armada, but not better either. Some of the paint details come in this mode with a nicely painted face and painted body, which looks pretty okay. And the toy is blocky in the sense that, you know, people are like, I like nice and blocky toys of Transformers, but it's blocky in all the wrong places. Like, big kibble backpack. Like 1/3 of the car just folds onto the back. And really the chest is just hidden in there. Kibbly, just disproportionate. The arms, you can either have them bent like this on the double joint, which looks like they're kind of short punch arms, or you can have them all the way extended, which makes them feel very too long. Articulation wise, they have ball joints, but they feel just as limited as Armada HOTSHOT.
It's HOTSHOT, not hard shot, you idiot.
You can only really get them forward, and you can bend the elbows kinda sort of, but it's really just awkward. Also no head posability either on this guy because of the PowerLink gimmick, and the head is resting on the PowerLink thing. Technically you can get some posing out of it, but it just looks unnatural. Also when transforming him, these bits are clear plastic and they tend to pop off very easily. This one doesn't tickle my nostalgia as much because he wasn't really the kid character in his show, as well as I grew up with Armada HOTSHOT first. So really, this one's the worst out of the three in my opinion. Let's move on to my favorite of the bunch. This, ladies and gentlemen, is Cybertron HOTSHOT. Completely different color scheme. I think he looks fantastic though. He has that blue plastic and nice yellow translucent bits all over detail. You can even see the inside of his car. Silver paint on the wheels, and just overall a fun, really nice looking car. Then there's this little doohickey, which we call the Cyber Key port. Cyber Key power! Jaw! You get wings on the back, giant spoiler, kind of like the likes of Hot Rod. And yeah, this is super speed mode, which physics, I guess. I think it looks kind of cool. You can always put him back. And let's transform this guy. Woo! And here we have the last HOTSHOT spot mode. Hot mode? Anyway, he's looking pretty rad. In fact, he really closely invokes G1 Hot Rod / Rodimus with his clear plastic molded laser cannons on his arm and the Cyber Key wings on the back. Feels like a Hot Rod, and I think that's what they were going for, because there was a red repaint of this guy too. This is pretty much your Unicron Trilogy Hot Rod. And I'm very proud to say that it is, because it's actually a pretty nice figure. Got a really nice detailed chest there. This one's blocky in all the right places with stocky shoulders with good articulation. Decent legs. Actual head articulation. And sure, the back's a little kibbly with the, you know, whole top of the car. But, you know, you could just pop that off and there you have a completely kibble-free HOTSHOT. I have to say, this is my favorite of the three. I hope he'd be yours too. In fact, of all of the three HOTSHOTs, I'd recommend this one most. To any collector, if you're looking for a HOTSHOT, I'd say, unless it really tickles your nostalgia bone, don't go for the first two, go for this guy. If you can only have one, this is the one to have. Anyways, those were kind of mini retro reviews of the three HOTSHOTs. If you have any suggestions for any retro reviews or reviews in general, let me know in the comments below and I will get back to you. I have plenty of Unicron Trilogy stuff, plenty of older classics and generation stuff, plenty of Prime stuff, plenty of movie stuff, so hit me up. Anyway, this is Jim from Cybertronic Studios, and thanks for watching this review.